Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Now we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try overhead lighting in our low ceiling studio. So we've got Lottie back with us today, and we've got our large octobox hanging on our boom arm, which is just underneath Lottie, but Lottie is towards the back of this octobox. And the reason Lottie's at the back is we want as much light to fill the front as possible. We've also got a white backdrop too, which is really important for this setup too. I'm going to be shooting at 200ths of a second, f800 ISO, and what's going to happen if we do some shots of Lottie lying down like so, we want to be keeping Lottie looking upwards just so that that light now hits Lottie's face, because Lottie now sits up and then looks directly towards me. You can end up with this panda eye effect and a lot of shadow across Lottie's face, even with the light so far in front of us. So if Lottie now looks slightly up, we can correct this really easily here as well. So what's actually happening is, as Lottie as the light is going off and illuminating Lottie, it's also hitting this white backdrop, which is bouncing light back up. So we've actually got our own reflector on the floor as well, so that we are illuminating Lottie evenly here. And we can easily do this in even a low ceiling studio such as ours. Now, the bigger the light source, the better effect you will actually get. But if you do want to have a more shadowed one, you can use a smaller octobox with a grid, which you may have seen in previous videos. So if we now just want to grab some more shots like so, I'm also shooting at Lottie's level so that I do get the correct angle as well. But what we may try is now Lottie lying on the floor for us. Now, of course, her feet are going to stick out a little bit away from this, but I might just get you a little bit further forward if that's all right. And if you want to tuck your feet in behind you, perfect. We can easily capture. Actually, could I get your legs straight, actually? So we're just going to capture some 3 1/4 length shots, like so, looking up, and capturing some really nice shots there. As Lottie is now back on her knees, you may have noticed that she's now a lot closer to the light. So what you may find is, even the distance from being on your side to being back on your knees, you may need to adjust either the light or your aperture in these photos. So I was shooting at 200ths of a second, f800 ISO, and I'm getting the perfect exposure here. But if you do get a little bit of a top shine, just don't be afraid to close up your aperture, because it might be easier than trying to adjust the light as it is so high up. So if I go to f11 now, I've now exposed correctly for Lottie's face, but the rest of her will actually fall off to a shadow, which that's not a problem at all, because obviously we are wanting to illuminate Lottie correctly on the face. But then if we do capture her lying back down again, if that's all right, and she's now further distance away from the light. And if you remember what the inverse squared law is, we either have to turn up the power of the light or allow more light in to get the same exposure. So now you can see she's slightly underexposed. We can go back to f8 and we can get the correct exposure again. So even the distance in a couple of feet between Lottie on her knees to lying down has made a big difference with this lighting setup. So what you will notice is, as the light's not hitting the white backdrop, it is going to go off to a very, very soft grey. But we can grab some more photos like so. And even now, as Lottie's looking at us, this white backdrop will be bouncing light back into her face. We may not get an actual proper catch light, but we will capture the white floor in as a catch light for these photos. Now, if we just do a couple more shots like so, I will capture feet in now for these, and I can Photoshop where the backdrop has ended as well. But if I get you back sat up, that'd be amazing. Yeah, even perfect. All right, and we can capture some different poses nice and easily. Now, if I did have a bigger studio, which hopefully we are eventually going to be getting, I can try and get this higher so that Lottie can do some standing ones. But you've always got to work in the space that you have available to you. So even lighting setups like this, where you do need a high ceiling, you can achieve them with a low ceiling. You just got to adapt to the space you are in. So I hope that has made sense, and I hope you have enjoyed that little video. Please consider liking and subscribing. Lottie, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. If you would like to have one-to-one photography training with us, you can connect with us all around the world via our tethering system. So if there's an area of studio lighting photography or photography in general you'd like us to cover and work with those professional models you have seen in these videos, please drop us a message. We would love to hear from you, and we are doing an exclusive YouTube discount in the description below.